Hey, bro, it's okay to leave your hometown. It's okay to leave the nest, leave your parents' house. Now, I don't know who this video is for, but if this video found you, it found you for a reason. Now, I'm 22 years old and I moved out of my parents' house earlier this year. Best decision I ever made in my life because I really found myself. I really learned a lot about myself. I learned what I was really capable of. And not gonna lie, like if I would have stayed at my parents' house, I don't know if I would have ever started. I don't. Maybe I would have. Right? Maybe I would have started my business. Maybe I would have started what I was really capable of. Maybe I would have never really found myself if I would have stayed at my parents' house. Or maybe I would. I could have. I could have. You know what I'm saying? Because you could still grow at your parents' house, but I don't know if I would have never found myself as much as I did. I don't know if I would have, you know, it made me a better man, right? Not saying I wasn't a good man in my parents' house, but it made me a better man. It made me more wiser. It made me more disciplined, right? I've learned a lot, right? Since I started my online coaching business, I've learned a lot. I learned that, you need structure. You know what I'm saying? In any part of life, it's not just with the gym. It's not just about working out. You need structure all areas in your life. But with fitness, man, I've learned a lot, and I think moving out and learning about more about fitness, needing a structured workout plan, needing a structured meal plan to stick with, learning all those type of things. If I would have never taken a risk on myself, I probably would still be doing the same thing. Guessing my workouts would have been still, working out for 2 hours in the gym, just eating whatever I want, right? But, I've lost a lot of weight since I'm putting myself on a structured workout plan and, tracking my meals and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like doing all that, bro, it changed my life. So sometimes you have to move away to actually find yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're always in front of people's face, if you're always with somebody, you can't really find yourself. You can't really get to know yourself like that when you're always with somebody or if you're living someone else's roof. And I feel like if you really want to grow at some point in your life, man, you're going to have to leave your hometown. Now, personally, I haven't left my hometown yet, but I've heard so many stories of people leaving their hometown and striving and doing better for themselves. Now, personally, I am working on leaving my hometown probably next year. You know what I'm saying? Next year, that I plan on leaving my hometown, right? And it's going to be the hardest thing, probably one of the hardest things I ever done in my life, and it was hard leaving my parents' house. But I feel like I needed to take a chance on myself. I feel like it was time, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't, because my parents, and I'm not saying my parents don't know what's best for me. They want the best for me, but they don't always know what's best for me. Sometimes your parents don't always know what's best for you. Only God knows, right? Your parents can give you great advice. The only thing they can do is give you great advice. But at the end of the day, man, it's your life. It's your life. This is my life at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, always, if I need advice, yeah, I go to my parents, but they don't know what's best for my life. They don't know what God is calling me to do. They don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Creating content. I didn't know creating content was going to be my purpose in life. So I thought playing football was going to be my purpose. I always talk about that. Like, man, I thought I was going to play in the NFL one day. But God had a different purpose for me. He had a different plan for me. And ever since, man, I just been doing content. I've loved it. I loved it. And now I have my own business. Obviously, it hasn't picked up yet, but I'm not giving up yet. You know what I'm saying? I've only been in the game for a few months. So, you know what I'm saying? Just give myself, 4 more, hopefully 6 more months, man. Hopefully I start getting clients. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I start getting clients results. Right? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm planning on doing. You know what I'm saying? And, and just go from there. But sometimes you have to leave to find yourself. I feel like you can't really find yourself living under somebody's roof or staying in your hometown. You know what I'm saying? If you got big dreams, man, if you got big goals and dreams, bro, a lot of people ain't gonna support you. The closest people you know may not aren't for the majority of the time won't support you. They're not gonna support it. They may laugh, they may clap for you in your face, but they may say something slick behind your back without you knowing. So that's why I'm saying sometimes you have to keep your goals and dreams to yourself, man, and just just keep it to yourself, man. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell nobody. And so I've learned how to just keep things to myself for the most part. Just keep stuff to myself because everybody not gonna be happy for you. Everybody not gonna be happy for you, man. Everybody not gonna be happy for me. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, that's what success comes with. It comes with a lot of haters and doubters. You know what I'm saying? I know we all want to be successful, but do you know what it comes with? If you do, then get to it. If you're not ready to piss nobody off, man, then don't do it. I wouldn't suggest you do if you're not ready to piss nobody off. If you're not ready to put yourself out there, if you're not afraid to look crazy for a while until it all works out, until people start supporting you, until you blow up, you gotta do the hard things, man. You gotta look crazy for a minute. You gotta, seem corny to people until it works out. But but it's on you to believe in yourself. It's on you to believe in yourself, bro. Nobody else can do the work for you. Nobody's gonna come save you, man. So only you can save you, right? You know what I'm saying? Only you can save you, bro. And I feel like if you take that leap of faith and leave your hometown or decide to leave, your parents' house, you're gonna learn a lot about yourself. And that's true. When I left my parents' house, I've learned a lot about myself. I became more disciplined more than ever. You know what I'm saying? It changed my mindset. It changed my life. I look at things. I have boundaries now. You know what I'm saying? I have strict boundaries now. I don't let people cross me. I don't let people just play in my face. If people do, then I have to cut them off. I know it. And unfortunately, I had to cut a lot of family members off. Not something I wanted to do, but you know what I'm saying, I had to do it because my discernment was talking to me. My discernment was talking to me. It was like, man, you need to cut these family members off until because a lot of them ain't happy for you. You know what I'm saying? I know they probably talking behind my back, and I know they not going to support until it works out. So, and that's just how it is. But, my discernment told me to, remove them as followers on Instagram and just cut them off, man, completely. So it's no hard feelings. I love them, but, you got to do what you got to do, man. So take that leap of faith, man. Leave your parents' house. Leave your hometown. Take that leap of faith, bro. It's going to work out. I promise you. It would all work out. So let's lock in and get to it. All right. Peace.